Good day everyone, I am Mariecone Duero with Joane Forosuelo from BSed English 1A. We will be presenting about the communication for employment. Now, does anyone have an idea about the pictures? So, to find out the answer, let us first read the objectives. Here are the objectives. At the end of the lesson, the students should be able to learn the steps and formats in writing resumes and cover letters, write a resume and a cover letter, create relation between interviewer and interviewee, understand the concept and purpose of the skills. Now, our lesson for today is all about writing resumes and cover letters. In your own words, how will you define a resume and a cover letter? To find out, let's proceed to the next slide. What is a resume? Now, a resume is a formal document that the job applicant creates to itemize their qualifications for a position. A resume is usually accompanied by a customized cover letter in which the applicant expresses an interest in a specific job or company and draws attention to the most relevant specifics on the resume. A resume is almost always required for applicants to office jobs. There are first steps taken from corporate recruiters and hiring managers to identify candidates who might be invited to interview for a position. Did you know that your resume is the key piece of your job application? Well, your resume is the most important document you'll submit in your job search. It's your frontline fighter, so to speak, as it's your first opportunity to present yourself to a potential employer. Remember that a strong resume can help you stand out from the crowd, but a weak resume can remove you from the running. Now, here are some simple resume writing tips to help you stand out. Number 1. Keep your resume short and direct. The number one rule of writing a resume is to keep it short and to the point. The general rule is no more than one page unless you have a very good reason for it to be longer, like an extensive career or a lot of highly applicable work experience. Number 2, create an original resume template. Now, this is very important. Employers appreciate originality. While it's helpful to refer to a professional resume template, don't follow rigidly. Now, we must very think carefully that we should be applying the original template. Number 3, highlight skills and experiences. Using the same resume for every job you apply for is not a good approach. Instead, your resume should target the specific job you are applying for. Be sure to prioritize the skills, qualifications, and experiences that are directly applicable to the job you are trying to land. Fourth, demonstrate results with numbers and metrics. When you write about your previous work experience, it is always good to quantify your successes with numbers. Fifth, craft a career snapshot. More recently, career experts have urged seekers to do away with the old objective statement and instead consider including a brief summary called a career snapshot at the top of the resume. 6. Optimize your text. If a company uses an applicant training system to collect and scan resumes, a human hiring manager may never ever glance at any application that doesn't fit the job criteria they've earned. So it's very important to optimize your text. 7. Think beyond your job duties. Hiring managers don't want to read a list of your job duties. They want concrete examples of your accomplishments in the previous positions that show how you can make a difference in this new position. 8. Use the right language to stand out. This will make you sound confident while imparting the vital information that you wanted to say. 9. List your social media profiles. Many hiring managers today screen candidates on social networks. Save them a step by providing your profile links on your resume. Last but not the least, check for errors. Triple check your work, then have someone else look over your resume to ensure it's 100% clean. Also, there is no room for sloppiness on your resume. So again, remember to check for errors. Here are examples of resume. As you can see, they are all organized. Let's move on to another subtopic. We have writing a cover letter. Now, what is a cover letter? A cover letter, also known as an application letter, is a 3 to 4 paragraph memo to employers explaining your interest in the job and company and your fitness for the role. It's typically submitted along with your resume in a job application. These letters should highlight your skills, experience, and achievements concerning the position you seek. Unlike your resume, cover letters show you to go into more detail about your professional career and explain why you're a good fit for the role and company. A well-written cover letter has the potential to impress employers and set you apart from other applicants. To avoid a generic cover letter, you should conduct in-depth research on the company and role for which you're applying to in-depth before writing your cover letter. Let's move on. Before you craft your cover letter, gather all the information you may need. Here are some things to consider before you write a cover letter. Number 1, think about your experiences and how you would like to relate these experiences to a hiring employer. What talents, skills, or accomplishments would you like the company to know? Second, think about how you heard about the job opportunity. If it's a personal contact, jot down the person's name and title. If it was an ad or job board, write down where and when you saw it and list any specific instructions noted in the job description. Third, think about the company you're writing to and what drew you to it. Do you admire its culture or brand? Are its reviews positive or negative? Review the company to see if you agree with its mission, statement, and vision. Fourth, think about who you are writing to. If it's a specific person, address them by name and title. If not, consider addressing the cover letter to Dear Hiring Manager or Dear Human Resources. Now let's proceed. A cover letter should be formatted like a business letter with these sections. Number 1, header with date and contact information. Number 2, salutation or greeting. Number 3, opening paragraph. 4th, middle paragraph or paragraphs. 5th, closing paragraph. 6th, letter ending. And last but not least, your signature. Here are examples of the cover letters. How to write a cover letter in 6 steps. Number 1, start with your header. As with any standard business letter header, you should include a few pieces of personal and role-specific information at the top of your cover letter. To make it easier for a hiring manager or recruiter to follow up with you, if you'd like, you can enter your name and address at the top of the page, mirroring how it looks on your resume. Second, include a greeting. In your research, try to find the name of the person reviewing applications for the job. Address your letter to this person with a common business greeting such as Dear, the first name and last name, or Dear, the position title. Avoid using to whom it may concern. Third, Write an opening paragraph. In the first paragraph, mention the job title you're applying for and where you saw the position posting. Explain your interest in the role and company to show you've done your research. The first section of your cover letter is also the first impression the reader will have of you, so it's important to appeal to that person quickly and succinctly. Add a second paragraph. Your second paragraph should be a brief overview of your background as it relates to the position. Fifth, finished with the closing paragraph. The closing paragraph should focus on another key achievement or skill relevant to the position. Instead of repeating details from your resume, summarize a specific story or anecdote that displays your right for the role. Sixth, last but not least, end with the professional sign-off. You should end your cover letter with a paragraph summarizing why you are applying for the role and why would it be a great fit for you. So keep the cover letter conclusion brief and explain that you look forward to hearing from the employer about the next steps. And do not forget to end with your signature at the bottom.
What can you say about the picture? Alright, the picture portrays interviewer having an interview with the applicants. It is evident they are having a good communication towards each other. What is the building interview skills? Interview skills are skills or action that allow a person to be more effective throughout the interview process for a new position. An ability to interact with the employer or interviewer. Interview skills help candidates prepare for the interview and guide them as they participate in job interviews. The importance of building interview skills. Number 1. Allow both parties to exchange information, ask interview questions, and evaluate the potential for establishing a professional working relationship. Number 2. Both parties having an opportunity to get a feel for another, determine if the chemistry is right. The most important skills for an interview is verbal and non-verbal communication because it helps you to convey valuable information about your education, abilities, and experiences to be a potential employer. Also, excellent verbal communication skills help you deliver a well thought out answer that can increase your chances of getting hired. These are the tips in building interview skills. Number 1. Practice good nonverbal communication. This will ensure your skills and have confidence. Number 2. Listen. One of the most important tips so that you have a good interaction or communication with the interviewer and exchange information. Number 3. Don't talk too much. To have a good communication with the interviewer and hire you easily. Number 4. Use appropriate language. It is important to use appropriate language, especially if you have an interview, so that the interviewer takes you seriously. Number 5. Don't be cocky, so that the interviewer understands what's your point. Number 6. This is the last tips in building interview skills. So number 6, take care to answer the question, to be able to understand the question directly and accurately. This picture is an example of building interview skills. During an interview, you must be casual in your voice talking, and it's okay. Speak in English as long as you can. Manage your body posture. If you're sitting on a chair, manage your posture. Listen carefully to your interviewer. Have a direct eye to eye contact and response to him or her directly. Be comfortable and calm in talking. That's our lesson for the day. I hope you learn about the topics that I discussed and also the discussion of my partner Mariecone Duero. Thank you and God bless.